Hello, Mario. Welcome to Technical Literacy Civil. So, what I'm going to show you today is a set of plans that I have for a number of years now had my students in civil and structural drawing draw. And you will go on in the next semester to civil and structural drawing. So I'm going to show you this set of drawings here now, and this is we're going to use these drawings as the basis for the drawings that we do in technical literacy moving forward. And then when you come to see the plans again in civil and structural drawing, I think you'll have a better appreciation of what's involved. I mean, we won't be doing too much detail, but just aspects of it, which I'm sure are going to help you move forward in the next semester. So that's what we're just going to start off by having a look at these plans. And they're called maurieos Basic 2D CAD because they're actually gets more they're actually part of a separate 2D CAD course that I incorporate into the civil and structural drawing, because I also use it in other courses, and it's my basic introduction to CAD and it's based on a whole to the part process. So I show you the whole, this is the finished product and you get there, rather than say other techniques where you're showing the parts and then you produce the whole. So you're showing how to draw little lines and circles and then said, well, we're going to draw this. Now, don't get intimidated by this cover here. I think that's the Chrysler building. I'm not sure. I think it might be in Detroit. I'm not sure, but it's the Chrysler building, and it's a pen type sketch. But you won't be drawing this. This is just a little JPEG image that I have clipped and cut and pasted into there as my cover. So that's page 1. So here's hopefully that should be page 2 when I can work out how to get to the next page. Maybe that'll do it there. So page 2 is the footprint of a small 3-bedroomed house, fully dimensioned, and in the civil and structural drawing that's exactly what you'll draw, and you'll see that it's on a plan form there. Now, when I first drew this, I was dealing with the built environment architectural technicians, and they liked their sort of details down the side, and they also had this LAC thing and a few things on there that they wanted. So that was their plan form, but it's not the plan form that I necessarily like. So I'll show you my one later on. So one of the first things we're going to do in technical literacy is to draw the plan form. So that's the blank form. More about that later, but you'll see. You'll also notice that these are branded Wintec. We're now Te Pukenga Wintec, and ultimately we will become Te Pukenga. All right, so let's now this is so we will be using this house, the dimensions of it, but we won't be drawing it in this particular topic in technical literacy. We'll be just using the dimensions. So as an engineer, the ability to read the plans accurately is most important. So that's they'll be there for that purpose. And then this here is some elevations. Again, we draw the elevations in civil and structural drawing, but the cross sections are what we call X-refed in, which is CAD speak for cut and paste. Well, one of the key things of drawing, any drawing, but in particular CAD drawing, is you only want to draw something once. You don't want to be continually drawing the same thing. Boring, boring, boring. So we draw it once, keep it in a library, and then we X-ref it into all of the drawings that we want to use it in. So yeah, handy thing about CAD. Hand drawing, not so much, but we can and do sometimes draw, or we used to draw a standard drawing that covered standard details, so that we would then just insert a copy of that in a plan set, a set of plans or a plan set. We would incorporate the standard plans in there, so we didn't draw them over and over and over again. So then we go to the third page, and this is the site plan. And this is what we will be drawing. We will be drawing a site plan. So this is a fairly typical sort of engineering situation, small scale, but nonetheless, most of our civil engineering takes place on a piece of land. So we do need to know the boundaries and the confines of our piece of land, the shape and the size, and be able to draw it. And they're not, as you can see here, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-sided figure. Irregular, not a square, squarish, but not a square, and it's got all sorts of little interesting things on it. We won't be doing all of those. We'll just be doing a basic one. So our task today, or our task here, is to be able, we're going to draw up a plan form and then a site plan. So, and our first task is to draw up a what I call a plan form or a template. And this is, the nice professional thing around our drawings. And this is the one that I would like you to draw. And this is the one that you will need to be drawing for your assessment. So here it is, and as you can see, it's going to be on an A3 sheet of paper. A3, that's 2 A4s. The reason we use A3, it's about photocopy size, it's readily available, cheap, and it's a good size, and you can carry it around easily, not in rolls and things like that. So this is the plan form that we're going to draw up in the first instance, and it's got the dimensions. So you can see there the various dimensions. I will give you a PDF copy of it, and then once you've got your plan form drawn, we will be doing some work to draw the section boundary there, and we'll be working with some coordinates and plotting it up so that it fits on the sheet, and then we will position the house on it and the garage, and maybe, you know, put some driveways and vehicle crossings and footpaths and things like that on our plan, so that we've got a reasonable sort of site plan. You'll notice in the top right hand corner there's a north point, a stylized north point. Most important that you know which way the plan goes up, and then that determines the way the text goes, which way up that is, and it helps people to orientate themselves. But not all plans have a north point. Some plans do not. Cross-section plans and things, section plans, house footprint plans don't necessarily have a north point. So yeah, just remember that, so we don't draw that in automatically. Now, a part of your assessment will involve most likely drawing this plan form. Now, we will be branding it or labeling it Wintec Te Pukenga, but because we'll be drawing this one by hand, the logos will be beyond most of us, I think, and to draw them consistently. So it'll be a written thing. It'll probably be Wintec Te Pukenga, and then underneath Waikato Institute of Technology, or Waikato Institute of Technology, or something like that. That will be determined when I do these plans. These plans will be hand drawn, and it's my intention to do some video of the drawing of those. So this is just a starting introduction. All good. Cheers. See you.